The Tattooed Stitcher. I'm back for another weekly cross-stitching update. I am sick. Well, I've been sick. I came home from Amana and 2 people in my house had a cold issue and I have it now, and so I've been dealing with that loveliness the last few days. I wasn't sick at the retreat though, which is probably the first time I've never been sick at a retreat. The first time I haven't been sick at a retreat. I am always sick during the retreats. So I guess there's that. So apologies for my voice, but we're just gonna roll with it today. I was pulling out my whips for the last week and I was like, wow, is this really all I stitched on? It's been a busy week. And then there was Father's Day and it's been really nice weather, so I've been sitting outside a lot. I don't know. I just don't feel like I touched as many things as I normally do, and that's okay. I'm just in a slower season of stitching time right now. So I have you at a kind of different angle today because my table is a mess right now. I actually started a D-Stash Instagram account. It's tattooed_stitcher_dstash. I do have a bunch of stuff posted on there that's still available. So I have all this stuff on the table people had ordered, and I'm ready to I need to package them up and send it out. So my table is a mess. You're at a different angle, but I do have one finish, one fully finish, one new start, and a few whips to show you today. So I'll start with I want to reach back and get this. It's really far away though. Ooh. Okay. This is my fully finish. I had finished this is Stacy Nash Spring Chickens Pin Keep. I had finished it a few weeks ago. It's stitched on 46 count latte from X-Jude Designs. And I got the frame from Hobby Lobby. But my frame came in shortly after I got back from Amana, or maybe it was during I was in Amana. And I went and picked it up and I got it framed, or I framed it. This frame I chose is kind of deep, so they actually gave me 2 pieces of mat board, which was awesome. I love when they do that, because then I can wrap the first piece and then the second piece is the backing. So I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I was not expecting to get a green frame for this one, but I laid the green frame on and I was like, yep. So I want to get this hung in my kitchen somewhere, but one whole side of my kitchen is brick, so I can't hang it on the brick. And the other side, it's like, I mean, there's just not a lot of wall space on the other side. So I'm trying to determine where to hang it. And since there's no glass, I'm kind of nervous, hanging things in the kitchen just because grossness. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it's going to hang. For now, it's just like on a shelf in the living room. And I love it. So pretty. Let's see if I can get it back there. Oh, okay. And then my next finish, or my finish that I had, was a project I had started in Amana, which was the Summer Swan from With Thy Needle and Thread. I started this at Amana on the first day, and I finished it, I don't know, a few days after I got home. I stitched this on 36 count up in the attic from Fox and Rabbit. My swan is a bit more dull and muted because of the fabric choice. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It is kind of bigger than I was expecting it to be. So I'm not sure how I'll finish. I probably will finish it in a pillow still, because I have a lot of space in my bowls for pillows. So I just haven't gotten around to finishing it yet or ironing it. But there it is. It's really pretty. I did change the flower color in the pattern. It's called for Mountain Mist, but me and Mountain Mist have beef. So I changed it to Rain Shower from Classic Colorworks. Okay. Whips. So the first whip, let me get my iPad going. So this, I don't have, oh, I just have a picture of this part. This is a whip I pulled out last night, actually. It is Catherine's Garden from Hands Across the Sea. It is an exclusive, sorry about the reflection. It is an exclusive to Hobby House Needleworks. You can still get it. I'm stitching it in the called for 103 Versoise on 40 count Ophelia from Color and Cotton. So like I said, I've only stitched one evening on this since I pulled it out. So I was working on this motif. I finished this little doggy. It's so funny. First of all, these motifs, this whole pattern is so many color changes, which is what makes it beautiful, but it's also a pain in the booty when you're stitching it, because your progress, like hours and hours, and your progress is like that much. So all night last night I worked on this little doggy and then filling in like random little squares down here. And it's kind of funny because when you're looking at it up close, you're like, what is that blob of random colors? And then you hold it back here and you're like, oh, it's a dog. So, I mean, it's so pretty though. So I'll keep this out probably for a few more days. I would love to get that motif finished and more of these border pieces filled in. What did I say this was? 40 count? And the coverage is really good with the 103s on 40. Okay. And then my pattern's over there. So we're going to show you right here. I don't think that maybe I should. Oh, we're going to have an interruption. Okay, interruption number 1. Okay, so I don't think I showed this in my last video, but I was able to purchase the new Paulette Plum Street Samplers kit that was the retreat exclusive for the Farm Girl retreat that was in Door County, and that is every gift. I am in love. I love it. It's the perfect summer project. So the kit came with the fabric and all the threads, and I ended up swapping the fabric out. Just something about it I was not enjoying on the fabric. The fabric is beautiful. It's called for is 36 count Dolly Madison from Needle and Flax, but I just was not feeling it. I don't know. And so I restarted it on a piece I had left over of 36 count, what is this called? Maple Bar from Cedar River Linen. I love Maple Bar. And this is my start on it. Oh, sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. So this is my start on it. I started in the bottom left corner as per usual, but I was also very excited to start in that corner because of this flamingo. I've never stitched a flamingo. Look how cute it is. The colors are so fun. I didn't bring the threads up. They're still downstairs. The colors are so bright and summery and fun. And there's an American flag in it. There's like birds and so many flowers. And I love that blue barn. Oh, I just love it so much. So this will stay out. I would like to get more progress done on this before I set it down. It's in its season, so it's perfect. But I love that. And now I'm officially out of Maple Bar, which is disgusting. I need to remedy that immediately. Okay, And then, oh, I have this in the hoop. There's nothing new other than this to show you though anyways. And then I've been spending quite a bit of time in the car, surprisingly, even though it's summer. And so my Liberty House from With Thy Needle and Thread has been accompanying me in the car and outside when I'm stitching outside because it's small and it's just fill in on this big house. So since you saw it last, I did more grass fill in and some more house fill in. I've been asked a lot what this hoop is, what the oval hoops are. They are the Hardwick Manor hoops. You can get them on Hoop and Frame and also 1 2 3 Stitch. And I mean, that's helly tight. So there's that. I'm keeping it in my beautiful patriotic bag from Denise, Goose. Okay, and I have one more whip to show. And that is Channing Street, which is the project that I had chosen to keep out until it's finished, which I'm only slightly regretting. I underestimated how much was left on this project, but my goal was to get it to the point where all the small motifs were done, and I did get it to that point. So here's where I am. So I finished the entire border. So the border is done. I added this basket of berries here and these stars, these 2 heart motifs, the rest of the stars here. I did all the windows in the house and this vine, this creeping vine here. I added the chimneys and the basket on the roof. Haven't even touched the grass. Grass is gonna kill me. I did a teeny bit of filling in the house. So now all I have left is the other tree, filling in the house and windows, the other chimneys, and then the grass. And then I have to figure out the wording, whatever I'm gonna put in the cartouche. So, but this is where it is. It'll be really, it's like, it's deceivingly small. Because it feels a lot bigger when I'm stitching on it, and I know it'll feel huge when I'm filling in this grass. I'm sorry. So there is that. Okay. I'm sorry. I do have some haul. Yeah, I have some haul. So my first piece of haul, I did join the Sampler Guild of the Rockies, which is just self-explanatory, a guild. So I am a member for this coming year, and I'm really excited to be involved with that. And I was able to get the exclusive anniversary chart that was done by Paulette. Katrina from the guild, she was at Amana and she offered to bring it for me after I'd become the member. And that is Happy Day. Everything is so glary. It's so cute. I love it. Jessica, the Sweetwater Stitcher, has finished this, and it's so cute. So I was really happy to get that chart, and I'm excited to see what comes later. So there's that. And then some of this is I got while I was in Amana, but I didn't buy it at Amana. So Audrey, who's Stitch Bead, she recently finished this red sampler, which was an exclusive booklet from the All Things Bright and Beautiful box, I believe. Jessie Anderson and her daughter Jessie Gay. So she had stitched Jessie Anderson, and it was so freaking pretty. I loved it. So Bernadette is Burn Stitches. She brought me the booklet so that I can stitch the chart. Let me borrow that. And then she also goes to she has a Needle in the Haystack is her LNS. She lives just down the street from it. So the last few months, she'll stop in and periodically see what fabrics they have, and she's kind enough to pick some up for me. So she brought, you know, this is collected over months of fabric. So she brought me this beautiful stack of fabric in Amana. This is 36 count Mason linen sewing box medium light. So pretty. And then 36 count sewing box light from Mason linen. So light and medium light. And then also a 40 count sewing box medium light. So I've got 36 and 40. And then this is one of my favorite colors, 40 count antique button medium light. I got a half of this one. It's just such a great color for those hands across the sea charts. And then 40 count vintage straw flower from Lakeside Linens. I don't have any vintage straw flower, so I got a half of this. Look how stunning it is. I can't wait to find something beautiful to put on this. And then an eighth of Lakeside Linens Sesame. I'm not sure. This is vintage straw flower this is a 56 or 5260 fabric. So it's an uneven weave, 5260. Ooh, it's very small. Very, very, very small. Goodness. It's very pretty. I'm excited to put something on that. Maybe another red sampler. So there's those. And then I have a very small order from Fat Quarter Shop that came. I was seeing this fabric everywhere, which is the Bee Garden. It's so pretty. Let's see if I can pull it out. Give you a little flip through. Man, these are really shoved in those bags. Oh, and my tag just came off. How do they get those in those tiny bags? Okay, I have fabric fluff flying everywhere at me. Okay. It's so pretty. So I got a couple mini charms and some yardage to make a few bags. And then that is the last of my haul. I didn't buy any PDFs. That is the last of my haul. I did just for funsies. I don't know if you're part of the Homespun Needleworks Facebook group. They just released the new exclusive from the Scarlet House. I can't remember the name of the chart, but it was beautiful, obviously. But it reminded me a lot of a chart I already have from the Scarlet House. Sorry, crinkling, which is Seeking Refuge. I bought this chart when it was released in 2020, and I just love it. I just never gotten around to stitching it. And so I thought, you know, my friends all bought the new kit, but I thought maybe I would just start this one when they started the new kit. And I have quite a large Belle Soie collection now, thanks to my friend Carol. So I converted it to Belle Soie, and there's one dinky dye in here. I think, oh, there is a Gloriana. This is a Gloriana. Oh, two Glorianas. These are Glorianas. Oh my gosh, 3 Glorianas. So got 3 Glorianas. The rest are Belle Soie and one dinky dye. So I thought that would be really fun to stitch in the silks. So I don't know when I'll start that, but it was fun to be able to utilize some of these silks. Okay. I think that is everything. plans, I'm still kind of stitching patriotic, but I'm not like wanting to start a million patriotic things. I still have 2 patriotic whips, so I'll continue going on those. I'm gonna have cough attack. Okay, where was I? Plans. I do not have plans really. I'm just kind of stitching what I'm in the mood for. I do like to keep like a hats project out just because they're so big. It's nice to get even just a little progress on each one. I know Tara is doing a spooky summer Sal, where you just either work on a Halloween or fall whip or you start one. So maybe I'll pull something out for that. I'm so sorry. I have a tickle. So maybe I'll pull something out for that. Trying to think. There's also Christmas in July. We're not to July yet, so I'm good on that. So yeah, plans don't really have any. Just kind of going with what floats my boat. So we'll do shows really quick. Or life. Let's see. What have we done? The kids started summer camp. And they've already done a million things and are having a great time. And then Parker started piano lessons, and we got a piano moved from my parents' house to my house, and I have a piano in my house, which little people are very interested in. So we have a piano now. Trying to think. Oh, the kids went fishing with their dad on Friday in the drift boat, and my son caught a fish all on his own for the first time, and he was very excited about that. I'm hoping he wants to continue fishing. It's an activity I hope he wants to keep doing. Let's see. Parker's been doing gymnastics. She's been liking that. It's fun to watch too. It's different than dance. I'm used to watching dance, but I'm not used to watching gym. That's really kind of all. I feel like we've been really busy. But doing what? What have we been doing? It was Father's Day yesterday. No, not yesterday. Sunday was Father's Day. So my husband requested ribs. So he smoked a couple of racks of ribs, and he wanted homemade fries. So I did that. Oh, and he wanted deviled eggs. So I did that too. And watermelon, and the dessert he requested was apple crisp. I felt like I was in the kitchen all day long. Father's Day was more intensive than his birthday. That was a lot of cooking I did all day. So but that was fine. The weather was really good. We've been sitting outside a lot. It's getting kind of hot in the afternoon, in the 80s. It's a bit too hot for me when I want to sit outside. But in the evening, it's really nice. Trying to think. Oh, my dad had his birthday, so we did cake and stuff at their house, and that's really it. We have a busy week this week too. Summer camp, gymnastics, speech therapy, and then all 3 kids have haircuts the next 2 days. So haircut party. Hopefully I can find some time to stitch between all that. Where are my notes? Okay, shows. I watched the new Sherry Papini docuseries on, I think it's HBO. And I quit watching it after, I think, 2 episodes because that woman is an awful person. It's awful. The whole time I was just like, you are icky. I don't like you. So I couldn't even finish it. I didn't want to give this person any more airtime on TV. So I am telling you this not as a recommendation, but as I didn't even finish that because I did not like this person. And I watched some pretty horrific docuseries. So that should say something. Okay, I did start one on HBO called The Mortician. It's new. There's only 3 episodes out so far, but I've only been able to see the first 2. I have 2 dads, okay? I have my dad and my stepdad. And my bio dad, he's lived in Washington basically my whole life. He owns a funeral home there, and he's a mortician. So I'm no stranger to the family funeral home business. And so this is really fascinating for me to watch what has happened with this funeral home. Me and my brother, one of my brothers lives in Washington right now and works for my dad. He's we call him the death dealer or something. I can't remember, but he picks up bodies from hospitals and morgues, nursing homes, and all that. Like he shuttles bodies around. And so we've been in depth discussing what's been going on in this show, because it is crazy. It is crazy. I can't believe these people got away with what they were doing for so long. It's horrifying. It's like a train wreck that you can't look away from. So definitely go watch it, because it's really, really fascinating. There are a lot of rules and a lot of, things and steps and things that you have to take when you're caring for a deceased person. And these people were just like, hang the rules. They were running that way for decades. It's insane. It is insane. Definitely go watch it. I'm going to be watching the 3rd episode today. I can't wait. We finished Mobland finally. Highly recommend that show if you like crime family shows. It was so good. I loved it. I was really sad when it was over. I hope they come back for season 2. I think it's a Taylor Sheridan show. So who knows if we'll get another season. And if we do, it'll be in like a decade. So we'll see. But it was really, really good. I've still been watching All Creatures Great and Small. I'm finally on the new season. So I've been watching the new episodes. They're just as good. I mean, that show is so, so good. I cannot recommend it enough. And then I started a new show on Netflix called Department Q. It has Matthew, what is his name? I can't remember his last name. His first name is Matthew. He was in Discovery of Witches. He's on Downton Abbey. He was on Leap Year. He was on like a million things. It's bugging me that I can't think of his last name. And it's also got the lady who was in Game of Thrones who played Catelyn Stark's crazy sister. Aunt Lysa. It is really good, and it took a turn I was not expecting. I think I only have 1 episode left, but the last 2 episodes have just been crazy. It's basically a Scottish-based FBI unit, and the guy was put in charge of cold cases. So he's trying to solve cold cases and missing people's cases that haven't been solved. And it's just really, really good. And it's refreshing to watch a show like this, like in a different country kind of perspective. So they're all Scottish, except Matthew's British. But it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to be sad when it's over. And I'm looking for a new show again. So I do recommend that. And I think I will leave it at that, because I'm annoying myself with my voice and my coughing and throat clearing. So I will see you in my next video. Check out my D-stash if you want to see anything from there. I also posted a huge Mirabilia album on Facebook's Stash Unload. I have an album full of Mirabilia charts you could check out if you want to see any of those. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.